In this first room to the west, you want to jump down and kill the 2 Twilight keys that are found here. Take that. With them out of the way, you'll be able to claw shot to the targets that are on the wall in peace. You want to use the other claw shot to latch onto the target that is on the ceiling, and then lower yourself down. When the platform is under you, go ahead and drop down onto it, and then turn around to the north. When you're close enough to this platform, you want to jump over, which will cause the Zant's mask to appear across the room. I don't really like fighting them on these little glowy platforms, so I just ignore this one's attacks and continue jumping across the platforms. When you feel safe enough not to fall down into the fog, go ahead and work at defeating the Zant's mask. Once that's finally taken care of, a large chest will then appear in the corner. Open it to get a small key. I would have never expected! You want to run over to the opposite corner and open the small chest to get a purple rupee, which is worth 50. And as you can see on your map, there are other chests that are in this room, but we can't access them just yet. When you're done playing around, go ahead and enter the locked door. As soon as you hop down into this area, run forward into the black fog. You'll automatically get transformed into a wolf, so use your senses to see clearly and attack the shadow beasts that are here. There are also 2 Twilight keys that will probably come after you as well. Once you've managed to defeat them, the Twilight barriers will disappear, so run to the north and kill these Zant's masks that have been harassing you. After that one is killed, then 3 more will then appear in the fog. You will have to run in and use Midna's charge attack to harm a bunch of them all at once. If it looks like one might shoot at you, try to dash out of the way, and then quickly follow up with a nice bite of your own. Once all 3 are defeated, a large chest will then appear on the upper platform. You want to go to the north end of the room, and then latch onto the targets to the north. From here you can reach many other targets that are on the ceiling. And there are a lot of little alcoves to either side, and so you can stock up on rupees and recovery hearts if you are hurt at all. Now we are interested in the large chests that are to either side though, so to one side you will find the dungeon map, which will help us find the hidden areas later on. Now head over to the other side and you can find a small key, and with that in hand you want to go ahead and access the locked door that's to the north. Alright, so we're in the final room of the west side of the palace. You want to jump down and run forward, and just like the last time, some Twilight barriers will then appear in front of you as well as behind you. This time around, then Phantom Zant will appear behind us, and Link tries to smack him before he can summon anything. However, the projection thingy is tricky and will appear on the other side. It pops up behind Link, and then making all this stuff appear anyways. So this time around, it starts off by summoning a bunch of Twilight Baba serpents. So this battle is basically the same as it was the last time. The only difference is that this time around, it can summon Shadow Beasts, or Twilight Messengers, or 100 other names that they go by. This is by far the most annoying feature of this battle, and I recommend just ignoring them since they move slowly anyways. So if you summon some of those Shadow Beasts, just simply run away from them, and then they shouldn't bother you until they disappear. Just hang out for a little while, and then they won't be a problem at all. Now to defeat Phantom Zant, you simply want to hang back and wait for him to stop teleporting. Once he holds still, you want to run in for the kill, just like you did before. So just like the last time, once he is defeated, it turns out that he has some serious gas pains. The door leading back will unlock, and we are free to gather some goodies from the jars that are around the room. If you are in need of health, be sure to snag that now. I recommend it, because after this it'll be a little more annoying trying to get health. You want to go ahead and run over and smack the hand to loosen its grip on the soul. Go ahead and pick it up and toss it away, since the Zant's hand will kind of wake up immediately. This one's a little bit quicker than the last one. So once you have the soul out of the way, you want to quickly take care of the Zant's hand so that it doesn't come after you. You want to turn around and you'll find that some Twilight Vermin as well as a Shadow Beast are here. Now this one in particular is all by its lonesome, so it won't be howling for any others. So a strong attack such as a spin attack or a jump attack will kill it in a single hit. So go ahead and take care of it and have no fear. You want to go ahead and place the soul in the slot on the floor to make some stairs appear that will rise out of the floor. Go ahead and kill the Zant's hand one last time, and then run up the stairs. At the very top, just like you did the last time, you want to go ahead and use the claw shot to bring the soul over to you, and then head on through the door. In this room, you want to run forward and toss the soul into the black fog. Kill as many of the Twilight keys as you can while waiting for the Zant's hand to emerge out of the door. Once it does make an appearance, however, you want to kill it as soon as possible. When you snap the soul into place, in my case it did it because it was rolling along the floor, then this will make a large set of stairs that will float out of the ground, and it's much lengthier than it was the last time. There's also a Shadow Beast that is here as well, but it's all by itself. You can use a jump attack to kill it quickly. Next, you want to go ahead and turn around and grapple onto the target. From here, you can also smack the Zant's hand with the claw shot, so do so if it's awake at this moment. Once that's taken care of, you can use the claw shot on the targets that are on the ceiling. There are several points where you can get onto the stairs, but I think this way is the easiest. Once you land on the stairs, you can kill the hand one more time if you wish, and then run off to the far southern platform that's just up high. From here you want to use the claw shot to bring over the soul, and then hop down and run through the door. As soon as you enter this room, I recommend just tossing the soul down into the fog. What are you, crazy or something? You'll see why in just a moment. The Zant's hand will come through the door almost immediately, so smack it up. Down below, the soul will activate a dark orb, and this will form two new platforms that you can use to access hidden alcoves. You want to take the soul with you and step onto the west platform, which, if you look on your minimap, is the farthest one from the middle of the dungeon. Now at this point, I recommend you switch to the hero's bow. since it has further range than the claw shot and is much faster. Shoot the Zant's hand before it can come after you. You want to pick up the soul and jump into the alcove, and you'll find a large chest, so open it to get the second piece of heart that is found within this dungeon. If you've been following the walkthrough thus far, this should be piece of heart number 45, the final one in the game. On second thought, perhaps it'd be best to save that for later. Shoot the Zant's hand and leave the soul right here on the edge of the alcove before jumping down. Why? Why are we leaving it there? Because if you toss it down, it'll roll down the hill and we'll have to start all over again. So you will see why we're leaving it up there here in just a moment. It's actually to our advantage. You want to get back up on the ledge and take on your Hylian form. You want to lure the Twilight keys down and kill them. And as soon as they're dead, you want to quickly attack the Zant's hand again. At this point, you want to go ahead and latch onto the targets to get back up, just like you did before. Once you get to the ceiling, you want to go ahead and lower yourself down onto the moving platform as soon as possible. Once you land, you want to go ahead and shoot the Zant's hand one final time. So once you land on top of this next platform, you want to use the claw shot to bring the soul over to you. This will then activate the orbs here, the dark orbs, and will create new platforms that will take you all the way to the exit. Now alternatively, for this room, you could have used all the other platforms, the little teal things, but that's much more stressful in my opinion, and this way you get the piece of heart. So I think this option is much better. As you appear back outside, the light of the soul will break the curse on this Twilight dude here as well. I agree, the weather is certainly lovely today. You want to step onto the platform to be taken back to the main chunk of land. Once you arrive, you want to hop off and take the soul back to the center, just like the other one. This will initiate a cutscene with something spiffy that happens that you probably didn't expect. The light of the soul has now empowered the Master Sword. Yay! It now glows with a golden or blue light, depending on where you are, that will greatly damage Twilight enemies, as well as disperse black fog, just like the soul did. So Midna will then appear and say that the deities of the Twilight realm must be on our side. She even says that this must be more proof that you must be the chosen hero that was foretold. Now that both the souls have been placed and all of the Twilight have been returned to normal, with our spiffy new sword, you want to run up the path to the north, which is previously a dead end. Near the end of this ramp, you'll find 3 Twilight card rocks. They're perched here on the ground, and a quick spin attack will take care of them. You can kill any stragglers easily now that we have the Master Sword, which is simply dripping with golden energy. So cool. At the end, you'll come to one of those black fog falls, I suppose you'd call it, which you can't quite jump through. When you slash your sword, it'll cut through the fog, making it disappear a little bit, so use a spin attack to make it disappear for a longer period of time. Once you get to the other side, enter the next door, where I will see you guys in the next video.